the raw sensation of different shades of color. Colors have meaning. Well, where does that meaning come from? There's an ontology of color. Ever see a color space diagram? You should look into these things because it shows you something about the meaning of meaning. And that's what ontology is about. Yeah, it's like Einstein stuff. It's like way up there. But that's the whole point. Without understanding these things, you won't get the point in the scripture. Like once I realized that Srimad Bhagavatam was about ontology, and then I went back and read Srimad Bhagavatam again, it was like reading a whole new book. Because all of a sudden I was aware of this layer of meaning that was there all the time, but I wasn't aware of it. And Srila Prabhupada said in his original preface to his Delhi edition of Srimad Bhagavatam, he said that there's a pinprick in the society at large because this knowledge of transcendental ontology is missing. Therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam fills this gap by providing ontological education. Of course, the Westerners who published his books in America took that part out. But it's there in the original. You have to dig a little. You have to dig a little to find the truth. You have to work at it. You have to be persistent. It takes a while. It's not easy. It's not something that you can get in an afternoon. It's a career. It's a lifestyle. It's a choice you make to live your life in a certain way that results in you attaining transcendental realization. And that choice also means that you choose not to cultivate other things, like material things, because you don't have time. Nobody has time. Unless you get an inheritance, you have to work for a living. And then who has time for a spiritual life? Who has the energy? No, instead we become renunciants, or we create some kind of a sangha, like we're doing. You can come here, you can stay with us, you can live with us, you can see how we live, how we think, how we feel about things. Like the most amazing thing is since we've been here, nobody has had a bad day. Even when it's storming and the tents are collapsing and all the crazy things that had happened. But actually, there hasn't been a crazy thing in a long time. But even then we didn't have a bad day. We still went to bed at the end of the day going, oh yeah, this is great. Why? Because we're living a truly spiritual lifestyle. How are we doing on time?
Yeah, it's 1 hour, but it's on long play.
Okay. Any more questions?
But it's from somewhere else. When Lord Nṛsiṁha appeared, did he just stay for 1 day? Or did he have more pastimes than just that 1 day on this planet?
Lord Nṛsiṁha's pastimes are unlimited. But they're confidential. So the answer is yes, but we don't know. We only know what God reveals to us about himself. We can't see the other parts that he doesn't reveal because they're not for us. Just like, well, why did Lord Nṛsiṁha appear to Prahlāda? If you read the scriptures, it sounds like he was only there for a few minutes or a few hours, and then he disappeared again. I haven't seen him since. Why did he do that? He made Prahlāda the king of the demons for 50,000 years. And then poof, he's gone. Poor Prahlāda is left there, to deal with all these demons. But it's very interesting because it shows that God does not appear only to the devotees or demigods. He also appears to the demons. if they're faithful, if they love him, if they perform devotional service. See? So that means there's no disqualification. You can't say, well, you're a demon, so God's not going to appear to you. Or you can't do devotional service, you're not qualified. No, everyone's qualified. He appeared to Bali Maharaj, Prahlāda's grandpa, or his grandson. I forget. Anyway, he appeared to Bali Maharaj as Vamanadev, grandson. And so he appeared to, who else? Who's that demon that got killed by Indra? Aristasura. No, not Aristasura. It also begins with an A. Anyway, he appeared to him. So the Lord appears to the demons and the devotees. He appears to the demigods. He appears to rascals. He appears to all kinds of people. And, I mean, he killed Putana and gave her liberation equal to his own mother. So, how can we judge the activities of the Lord? They're completely transcendental. He's not concerned with material values. So, those parts of his pastimes that he doesn't reveal, we cannot know. Why? Because they're not for us. Just like Lord Nṛsiṁha has revealed some of his childhood pastimes to me. Why? I guess I needed to know them. Because when he did, I found myself. I realized, oh yeah, this is who I really am. And it was like coming home. So I needed to know that. But there may be other pastimes that I don't need to know. So I won't know those. That's okay. Just like there are many pastimes, there are many other incarnations of the Lord that we don't know about, that aren't described in the scriptures, because the scriptures, are, even though they're very big, they're not infinitely big. And the Lord's pastimes are greater than that. In fact, even Ananta Shesha, with his millions of heads, has been describing the Lord's pastimes and glories for all eternity, and he can't finish. And he'll never finish. The Lord's glories are immeasurable, unlimited. So, no, we don't know those other pastimes, but we know they exist, because the pastimes that we do know are only fragmentary. Our knowledge is limited, and we know that. Still, it's vast. The Vedic knowledge is huge, it's amazing. So, that's enough to keep us busy for a whole lifetime. What more do you want? Any more?
No, then that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's it. That's it? That's it. You sure that's it?
Well, I had a question.
Ah.
So the question was, but how can demons perform devotional service if the definition of demon is one who does not follow Krishna's instruction? So then on the chat I got some replies, and it was said that, well, they get tricked to devotional service.
Well, sometimes they're tricked, but more often, well, demon, really, there's another definition of demon, which is one who takes birth in the families descended from Aditi. There's Diti and, no, it's from Diti, rather. Diti and Aditi are two daughters of Daksha. And the demons are descended from Diti, and the devotees or demigods from Aditi. So one of the definitions of demon is Daitya, or descendants of Diti. So Prahlāda and Bali Maharaj were both Daityas. And even though they're demons, you know, I mean, Hiraṇyakaśipu was born, and Hiraṇyaksha was born in those same families. Yet, they were both great devotees.
Okay.
Dhritarashtra, that's who I was thinking of, was killed by Indra. And he was also a great devotee. Dhritarashtra. Okay.
Yeah, then that's it.
Namaste Narasimha